Good day, everybody. Michael Wenniger, CEO of Essante Organics, and we are continuing with our series, The Truth, the Whole Truth, and Nothing But the Truth. And today, we are going to be talking about compensation plans. And you know what? Oh my gosh, I wore my red shirt. How much more Christmassy can you get? And I feel that when you get paid those nice checks from your company, that should feel like Christmas every single week. Only if the conditions are right. Because there's a lot of compensation plans in the industry, and there's a lot of things going on within those compensation plans. And maybe I can shed some light for you to take a look at the compensation plans out there and make the best choice. Because right now, what you're going to be doing is exchanging your time for money. And you got to know how to read these compensation plans properly, because what's going to happen is, you can, so you're not in a situation where you're in a world of hurt in 3 to 5 years from now because you made a poor choice, right? So, again, what we have to do is get outside the company and look at that company from the outside in. You can't be out there getting all wrapped up in the hugging, the loving, the kissing, the squeezing, the loving, the caring, the sharing, the cars, the music, the dancing, the events, the cardboard checks waving around, all these different things that are just distractions. And you have to look at this like a big businessman, like a millionaire or a billionaire would, or when you're buying $1 million business. What am I going to make? You're exchanging time for money. So, a couple things to watch out for. In a lot of different compensation plans, one thing you don't want to do is get yourself involved in a compensation plan that caps your income in any part of that compensation plan. Because what they'll do is they'll tell you in this particular part of the compensation plan, you can only earn up to $25,000 a week. Now let me tell you, there's no compensation plan in the world that should be capping your income and telling you can only make up to this amount. Because then what they do is they go, well, wait, take a look at these other components in the compensation plan. Look at all this money you're going to make. Well, what they've done is they steered your attention towards these other things, but the main part of the compensation plan, it's going to be your bread and butter and what you're going to be able to, you have to support your family on and give to your kids and things like that. That's the main part of the compensation plan, and that's where they're already capping your income. Forget about all those other distractions. Again, more distractions. So when you look at any company that you're looking at, remember, you are out there building a business. That is your business. That is not their business. That is not my business. That business wouldn't even be there if you didn't build that business. It's yours. When you went out there and you're building this organization of happy wholesale customers, that's your organization. You built it. It's your business. It's your organization. It's not their organization. It wouldn't be my organization. It's your organization. That organization wouldn't even be there if you didn't build that organization. So, when all that money comes in the door on a weekly basis or monthly basis, it doesn't even matter. All that money coming in the door from your organization, from your business, that's your money. And you should be able to get all of it that can be paid out. So we're going to look at a couple things. And like I said, one thing was the capping of the incomes. Water break. And don't worry, plenty of pH drops in there to keep it alkaline. That's your money. okay? So nobody should cap your income, and nobody should be out there purging or flushing your income. A lot of companies will do that, and they'll do it maybe in the 13th month. They'll do it when it reaches a certain volume. All of a sudden you wake up one morning and you're like, where'd my money go? Somebody got your money. And remember, that just isn't happening to you. That's happening to hundreds, if not thousands of people a day. That's absolutely ridiculous, you know, and that's another big thing you want to look for in a compensation plan. Another thing that these compensation plans do, all these different levels and ranks and things that you have to get your money. They're obstacles, okay? You got to, you know, some of these companies out there, their largest positions, I'll make up a name, maybe it's called a international marketing director, a global marketing director. It doesn't matter. That's what it takes to get up to the top position. In order to get there, you have to qualify, and you know, you have to qualify, and you know, hit certain. You know, I have 15 grandmothers and 25 mountain goats and 3 llamas and 4 albino camels, or whatever the case might be, and all these requirements and all this volume and so many in this position and so many here for you to get your money, to tap out your money. See, the company tells you right in that compensation plan, this is the most we can pay you. We can pay you all this money. They're already telling you what the highest position is, right? But you're here, and here's the highest position. And this is, you know, what I've been involved with back in my day, is that you got to do so many things to get here, to get all your money that you can get paid. So let's just say there's a guy who was a global marketing director or international marketing director, and you tell me how fair this is. You got to answer this to yourself, right? So let's just say this month. He's going to go out there for 30 days, right? The beginning of the month. And let's just say he works 20 hours this month. And he brings $100,000 in the door, right? And you just joined the company. So you're right here. And you worked 20 hours this month. And your business or organization, you went out there and you brought $100,000 in the door. For the week, for the month, it doesn't matter. Watch what happens. This guy gets to make all this money, and you only get to make a little bit of that money. Now, you both work the same amount of hours. You both work very, very hard, but because he had to meet all these qualifications and requirements, and you never got there yet, he gets to make all the money, and you only make that much, a little bit. And in order for you to get to the next level, you have to do all these different things. And if you miss it by 1 penny or 1 person, you missed out. You don't make the money. You only get this little bit again, right? Who gets all that money in between? Who gets all the money from here to here? The company does. The owner does. Do you think that's fair? I don't think that's fair. You know, you both worked the same. You both worked hard. And because this guy did all these tricks, I call them all these gimme, gotchas, hoops, hurdles, headaches, trap doors, secret passageways for you to get your money, and you're not getting your money that you're bringing in the door. How fair is that? You know, you have to watch out in some of those companies, because I'll tell you what, there's a company that's been around for 28 years, 28, 30 years already, and only one guy has ever reached the top position. Wow. One guy gets all the money that he's earned, and all this other stuff that's going on in between goes right to the guy who owns the company. I don't think that's fair at all. Okay? So you have to watch out for some of these things. You have to watch out for the capping. You have to watch out for the purging. You have to watch out for the flushing and when it's actually being flushed, right? and all these companies now with these levels and ranks and all this kind of stuff, absolutely ridiculous in my eyes. You know, I do know, and I'm just saying, there are compensation plans out there that have no requirements. They have no qualifications. And then you will actually get paid to do what you're supposed to do in this industry. And that is actually help people succeed. See, when you got all this stuff going on and all these things that we talked about, you have to remember something. That, you know, when you're looking at these compensation plans, you know, theoretically, they look good. Wow, I can't wait to get mathematically, oh my gosh, am I going to make a ton of money? That's unbelievable. But practically, it can never happen. Realistically, nobody's going to get there. And also another thing you want to watch out is for these pools, because these companies try and get you at, you know, there's companies out there that all they got is bonus pools, pools. It's all based on pools. As the company grows and things get bigger, remember, those pools get watered down. They get watered down. And, you know, how good is you going out there working really, really hard to get into a pool where there's so many people in that pool that you earned a tenth of a penny? That's ridiculous. Again, you know, this will be a short version. You know, every day should, when you get paid, should feel like Christmas. Should feel like Christmas. And you should not be out there working really hard trying to get all these different things done and all these different tricks and hoops and hurdles and things that you have to do to try and get your money. You should feel really good that knowing you can go into a compensation plan, and they do exist, where there's no requirements, no qualifications. You can start right at the top, and then everybody gets a start there, and everybody taps out their income. And be aware of all these matching bonus checks that are out there. There are some that are good, and there are some that are absolutely unachievable and very, very poor. The ones that actually pay down so many levels and generations and things like that. Think about those matching bonus checks. Those companies already know you aren't going to know anybody in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 7th, 10th, 11th generation, so they know this one thing. Now guess what? You aren't going to know those folks. So they know the majority, there's not going to be money down there. So it doesn't matter what the actual percentage is. Whatever that percentage is times 0 is 0. Companies with levels. Let's look at that for a second. And I know we're flying all over the place, but it's coming into my mind, and you know, things you should watch out for. So you just got to watch this a few times and put the pieces together so the puzzle, you can see the whole puzzle, right? The levels. We're only going to pay it down 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels, or whatever the case might be. Just remember something. Everything might look good in the present, but you always have to figure out what's it going to mean 3 to 5 and 10 and 15 years from now. Because if you went down 10 levels, no matter what those percentages are, remember, there will be more people on your 11th level than there will be on all the 10 added together. But then the company will say, wait, but we have an infinity bonus. And you have to read very carefully into that infinity bonus, because more times than not, it's going to say that infinity bonus is only up to the person at this particular rank. So now you're only making money on this much because you're out there trying to find successful people. We all are. And you want to find somebody that's going to hit the top level. Well, guess what? That guy's already blocking your infinity bonus, because now he gets it until somebody at the next rank. They know how to, companies know how to, you know, look at these formulations, because formulations are numbers, and make them work into the advantage of either the company or to you. And that's where you got to read very carefully in between the lines of some of these compensation plans, because then you'll know which way it's leaning more towards. You know, here's what I believe in. One, you shouldn't have all these different obstacles to try and get your money because you brought it in the door, and you should be able to maximize your money. You should be able to get all the money you possibly can. Those things don't need to be there. You can find compensation plans with no qualifications and no requirements. We talked about that. And how about this? Instead of all these different bonuses, how about a 100% matching bonus check on anybody you personally bring into the business? Because in that situation, whenever you're in any of those companies, when you bring somebody into that business, you're vested, you're invested, and connected to the person that you brought in. No matter where you place that person, they aren't running to all these other people for answers. They're coming to you because you put them there. You brought them there. So, think about that. Look for a compensation plan that might have a 100% matching bonus check on the person you brought in, because they do exist, and that's where your focus is anyway. And then you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Not worrying about getting to the next level, getting to the next generation, getting to the next position, trying to do all these things to get more of the money that you brought in. But then you can actually now focus on the person that you brought in, help that person succeed, because once that person succeeds, oh, wow, he'll never quit because he's tasted success. And then you can match his checks 100%. Think about that. And also think about what you're in business with and for. Because in 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years from now, you have to answer to this question. What would actually keep that person, and let's face it, in network marketing, any company, all that network marketing company is a happy wholesale organization of happy customers, right? And the only thing that's ever going to keep a customer in once a company hits, the different stages of growth is what is in this product. Fabulous products, fantastic results, and we're in 2013 and 14 and 15 and beyond now. We're not in 1970 and 1985. Stop going out there and listening to all the lip service and what's being screamed off the front of the stage and this and that and everything else that's going on, and take those products and understand that if you wiped out all the compensation and all the money and everything else and you put that particular product, let's take a skincare product. This product isn't going to be sitting over by the dental products. This product isn't going to be sitting over there by the vitamins. It's going to be sitting around all the skincare products. And you have to take those compensation plans and trash them and make sure they're not there. And if they walk up to that product in a store or in a body shop or a spa or whatever the case might be, here's what human nature is going to do. You're going to go, well, this looks interesting. I wonder what this does. Wow. Whew. I wonder what's in it. Because you're going to be putting it on yourself or in yourself. I wonder what, wait, what? What? Customer awareness is becoming more prevalent every single solitary day. It's going through the roof. And now people, with the increasing statistics in numbers of cancers and diseases and things that are out there, what's going up as well, is customer awareness. And they're looking at those labels. And that's the only thing that's going to keep your company in existence for the next 20, 30, 40 years or more. What are the ingredient decks? Am I using a clean deck or a dirty deck to get my results? So keep all this in mind, because that's all going to reflect on your income. All right? And, your check will always be equivalent to the work that you put into your company. There's nothing out there, if they're out there talking about everybody's getting rich and crazy money and going, this is a work business, network marketing. The only time I've ever seen success happen before work is in a dictionary, and So hopefully I've given a lot of things for you to think about and a lot of things to look at, because a really good business person, make believe like you're looking and you're investing $1 million into this company, and what is going to be your percentage, your rate of return, your return on investment, your ROI, because you're going to be investing your time into that company. And again, companies do exist with no gimmies, gotchas, hoops, hurdles, headaches, trap doors, or secret passageways, and all these things that you got to do to try and get at your money that you brought that company in that door. You should be able to maximize it on day one. So let's end this segment of this series with a proverb from the good book. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And why we end with that is because when you're picking or choosing a home-based business, you have to look at a lot of things. And hopefully this whole series, The Truth, the Whole Truth, and Nothing But the Truth, will put this whole industry in perspective, in a good perspective for you, so you can choose wisely and look at every single solitary component so you can maximize your efforts and create a wonderful life for you and your family and your children's children, right? So with that, thank you all for watching this segment. God bless you, your families, your businesses, and until next time, and you're going to love the next one, I'm telling you. It's all about distractions. And then when you wipe away those distractions, you can see that company clearly. So stay tuned, and we'll be talking to you again shortly. Bye now.